If you've ever bought something and instantly regret it, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, folks. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Live Trading. We're mixing it up a little. I'm going to get you started off here. We got a ton of stocks moving in the pre-market. We are going to talk about it. You're going to give us your ideas, and we're going to make some cash. Play that intro, Mitch.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Ryan in the middle here, taking lead here. That's what I like to see. What's going on, guys?
What
Not
is
much.
up? Good morning.
How was yesterday? I didn't get to see too much of your guys' action. I know I had a great trade on Gush. I was able to close it near the close. Probably one of my best trades of the year. So not a bad trade there in the oil game.
Mitch,
but how was your guys' day?
We seem to be opposite because I actually got slapped around. I went after box D too many times yesterday, took too many L's, ended up in the red. But you know what's important about that? You're not going to be able to win every day. So
That's true.
we're back at it today. I didn't oversize myself. I didn't knock myself out. So we're going to be back at it today. And we got a lot of stuff moving this morning.
Hell yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get into it here. Let's go to Zunaid's screen first, like we usually like to do. Let's take a look at what he's looking at. It looks like EVFM. Biotech here? You getting bio on me?
Yeah, I believe this one has to do with abortion or Roe v. Wade. Again, don't care to get political, but it's a matter of it's a stock. So we played it. You can see the pop-up that we had in pre-market yesterday. And I got interested in this one on my scanner and things like that after it went ahead and popped up above $1 and it stayed near VWAP, and I was able to play this one to the upside. So going to keep an eye on it again, especially if it wants to go ahead and test the dollar range once again. I'm going to go ahead and have this as the high at the moment, which is about $1.55. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on. If it wants to come back to $1, I will go ahead and trade this one right over here. Let's go ahead and move on to, by the way, Robinhood yesterday. That was a little fun one. I tried to scalp this one, but it didn't quite go the way that I wanted. But Robinhood now, if it wants to pop above 9, I'd be interested in this one. But we'll see. We'll see what kind of flow we get. We'll see what kind of movement we get on that stock. Let me go ahead and move on out to Apple. Apple here, nothing really fancy that I like. Maybe if it wants to pop up above 143, you can see here it's had resistance a couple of times in the pre-market yesterday and also yesterday session. It couldn't quite get over that mark. So we're going to have Apple on plate right about there. And then let's take a look at Coinbase. I'm still kind of waiting for it to pop on down to $50. I'm just going to go ahead and set an alert around 51. And then definitely going to keep an eye on AMC. Had a nice run. And look, this drawing for AMC, man, I think I drew this maybe about 5 months ago. And it looks like that's exactly where resistance was.
That's such a coincidence that it stopped there, Zunaid. I'm blown away by the coincidence level.
I'm trying to see why I drew it, and here's why I drew it. There you go. So I was drawing this. What did I tell you guys? January. So in January January through March is where I tried to draw this, and that's because you can see here back in 2021 March, it had resistance right here. And of course, yesterday, that's exactly kind of where it topped. Maybe a little peekaboo below, but then it said, I'm going right back down. So always want to look left for that reason. But nonetheless, if it wants to go ahead and cross above 15 and come back and test it, I'd be interested in that one. Someone wants me to take a look at NVDA, so why not? Let's check it out. Don't really have a solid read on this one. If it wants to come back to 165, I'd be interested for a little bit of a bounce play, but it's about $4 away from that. I don't have a good read, so I'm not going to pretend like I've got a solid play on this one. Let's go ahead. And it could be destined for single digits as long as I can play it at a scalp to the long side. As long as I can go ahead and make something happen, I should be good to go. AMD, 86 has held support. You cracked down yesterday just a little bit and came right back up. So it's not clean as much as I would like. So I'm going to leave this one alone. And then I'll go ahead and check out SPY here real quick. SPY, I still believe maybe we try to go ahead and test a 398.26, which is a May 12th low before we possibly head on down. But you can see the level of 287.25 held yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and have an alert set there in case it wants to make those moves one more time in the queue. Same thing, the 292s is holding on the queue. So keeping an eye on that as well. And last but not least, let's go ahead and check out Tesla. Tesla, you always kind of want to give it, let me go ahead and remove this. Tesla, you always want to kind of give it $5 to $10 whenever you're playing the whole numbers, I've learned. And so you can see whole number in 750, you got it to 756 and it came right back down. And then the level of 730 went ahead and held. So now what am I looking to do? Same thing. If it gets around 750 to 756, I would look to possibly go short and try to get a little bit of something. And if it wants to crack above, let's say 760, I'd go ahead and take the L and get out of the way. But that's what I've got so far. I'll keep an eye on flow that's coming in where the big money is so we can follow them possibly. And someone did mention Nike. I know we've got earnings season possibly kicking up here in a few weeks or so. 107 looks to be the level to hold here on Nike. You can see that level right over there. And that's what I've got.
All right. Important question of the day. Are you getting a haircut twice a week at this point?
I'm leaving for the airport in a few hours, so I have to look nice and pretty. But
For the airport?
How expensive is that, Zunaid? Because I mean,
haircuts?
Yeah, I mean, where you're at, I mean.
Yeah, so here's a cool thing. I used to pay about $50, and I was like, bro, I can't do that.
Yeah, that's what I pay.
So now I pay like after, it's like $23 after tip and everything. It's like $30. So it's $30 for the hair.
Damn, where at, man? I'm about to fly where you're going to get these haircuts.
Yeah, it's like one of those. It's not a hole in the wall, but it's also not like very popular. You know what I mean? Like it's like an Arab dude. He does a great job.
The face says it all, bro. The face says it all.
Like the back of my head is like silky smooth, and I'm like, oh my god.
Silky smooth there.
But yeah, so when you're paying $30, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm okay getting a haircut every 9 to 10 days. Because you know what happens is if I don't, then this part obviously starts coming in, and it's like, all right, cool. Like now I need to go to the haircut. But
man, Benzinga must be doing you right, Zunaid.
I was gonna say, when am I getting the $50 haircuts every other week?
No, this was a while back. Now with the market coming down, we've found a $30 spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I lit up when I saw 35 here in Charlotte. I was like, what? I'm used to like 55 in Colorado.
It's funny. I actually go to my stylist's house and she cuts it in my house. $20 after tip. Shout out, Jackie.
What is going on, dude? I'm not doing it right, man.
No, you ain't. You ain't
that
doing it wrong.
Crazy.
Okay. We're gonna get back to the market here. We are running out of time.
Let's go. What we got
the market
here?
Opens. Disney. Nike beat top and bottom line beat, and they traded lower. How about that? I think one of the things that's the most interesting here is that it said Nike runs past earnings estimates despite slumping sales in China. Looks like we came back to reality today. So too bad, so sad, don't really care. Let's move over to some of the stocks that are on the movers tool because we have some opportunities here today. First one here is going to be Tour. This is Tunia Corporation. I don't know what it does or what it is. Doesn't matter, though. It's got the Mo this morning. Tunia shares are trading higher after the company reports suggesting China will ease some of its COVID quarantine requirements for international travelers. Now, that news item is true. What that actually means, I don't know. So be very, very careful with this. This one is under $1, but it sure looks and feels like a dollar test is on deck today. Take a look to the left here. You can see that we were above $1 for quite a bit. Stock is no stranger to pops and also drops. So figure that into your trading plan. Next here on the list is going to be AGRX. AGRX. We had a huge pre-market yesterday. Very, very uneventful day as soon as the market opened. Really, really sank and then tried to bounce and couldn't and then sank again and just went to the lows here. Again, this is another stock that's trading on the overturning of Roe v. Wade. As Zunaid said, we are not going to discuss politics and we're going to be very careful about you folks arguing with each other. We are here to trade and we are here to make some money. Let's keep the focus where it belongs. This stock, if it can take out this consolidation right in here, that would be really great. I actually think we could test 2 and then maybe get some momentum through 2 if we can break the pre-market high today or the pre-market high yesterday. I think we're going to be in real good shape. So we're going to watch this one, especially out of the open. Same is true for EVFM. This one looks, at least from the chart here, looks like more of an easy trader. This actually looks like a pretty nice little staircase here. Eventually, this nice staircase is going to stop when you reach the top floor. I don't know where that is, so I'm not going to make a guess and predict that. I'm just going to play the hand that was dealt to me. I'd love to see this kind of hold the 127, 126 area. In fact, let me go ahead and mark that. Boom. If we can hold this area, again, I think that we can make a move through 140 and then challenge 150. 154 is your high. We pop above that. We are game on, risk on here to the long side. I got a couple of others here for you. We talked a little bit yesterday about AFib. I saw I am Wissig in the chat asking about AFib here today. What's the plan? The plan is to not touch this. This thing is leaking. Looks like this wants lower. We'll see if we curl and bounce. I suppose that's always possible. We'll see if we have a move through $1, but otherwise, I'm kind of taking this off of the list here. I do want to quickly mention AXSM because this one might also be in play, especially if we get some volume. You can see yesterday we did get some volume. We kind of consolidated for a little bit and had a nice move here. 4-point move. Would love to see something similar or even a break of yesterday's high and a move to new highs. So we will see. We'll see if that can actually materialize. One more from yesterday I really quickly want to mention is NRSN. This is not looking very popular or sought after here in the pre-market, but that can change in a hurry. So keep this one on the back burner. Think that if we move through 250 here and then try to challenge 260, maybe we get a little bit of juice. If we really get going and get through 3, maybe we can test some of these highs. We shall see. I'll go ahead and mark them just in case. Now, we talked about Tour, AGRX. Let's talk about Wejo, right? Here's another one. And this is a Chinese stock, right? This is cloud software and analytics, connected electric and autonomous vehicles. I believe it's still in China, although I can't find it in the description here. In any case, we're going to be watching this one. This is having a great pre-market here. It actually put, since I drew these lines, it actually gave us a new high, 168 here. Would love to see it kind of hang in here before moving to the upside. Let me go ahead and flip over the news. Looks like we have an exclusive here. So Wejo and Ford exclusive. Leverage connected vehicle data across Europe. Real quick, the astute observer will realize that we actually had this information before the press release here this morning. So hats off to our news desk and our exclusive team. They went and got you the information before the press release. So if you were able to trade that before the rush really came in, congrats to you. We are going to find out if we can find any technical moves during the session here. So going to be watching Wejo. I think, did I get one more on here? ENDP. This is a penny one. I'm not going to play it, but it's worth mentioning because it's going ballistic. And I think that's about it for me. Sorry. I feel like no, definitely not. I was going to say, I think there was one more in there. KZR. So here's another one. This KZR Life Sciences. We do have a catalyst here. KZR Life Sciences shares are trading higher after the company announced top-line results from Mission Phase 2 clinical trial evaluating, not even going to pronounce that, in patients with active lupus. So we'll see if this can actually move. A move through 11 here is going to get interesting. If we can take out this formation, I think we probably move up and test 12. So we'll go ahead and see if that is on deck today. BRDS, this is another penny play. We'll see if this gets going. I'm kind of going to look for some other stocks. So 8 minutes till we open. Let's see what the chat wants to talk about. We got a whole bunch of different things here to trade.
Mitch, you got any stocks you want to take a look at?
Yeah, definitely. I'll go ahead and do so. That's what you call Ryan coming prepared, taking over there. I can't blame him. My man's coming with bullets. So what is there to apologize, Ryan? You did research, bro. If anything, we should be thanking you. So
okay,
I'm not mad about you taking role here.
Full disclosure, I am just amped up on energy. I'm really, really excited. Confirmed my AC getting fixed.
That Nespresso doing well out there.
Man, I am out here. And Zunaid, don't worry. I'm not going to let you down, my man. I am ready for the water check.
Water check out there before the bell. Nice. Water check. Look, nice. I'm halfway done, guys. Halfway already, guys. Let's go.
Look at that.
Let's get it. Let's get it. That just means I've just been starting the morning early. So what have I been looking at, guys? So I'm going to be looking at some metal plays. One of the things that I saw bounce back yesterday was basic materials. Keep your eyes. Coal bounced back yesterday. Agricultural inputs bounced back yesterday. Let's take a look to see if the metals now start getting a lift. We did see also gold get a little bit of a push. Mentions of restricting Russian gold, I think, are going to actually cause another lift in gold stocks. So you have a potential here to see gold take off today, especially if we're going to have kind of this down day action here. So you can see here in the pre-market, GOLD trying to get back above that 1922. Keep this on your radar, guys. I'm going to definitely be watching these. Oil stocks, definitely watching them. Great trade yesterday. Going to continue to watch to see if oil can come back, ramping back up here, not just making little stair steps. One of the things that you got to be careful for is kind of the 1 hour washouts. This happens often when we're on our uptrend in oil. So what I would do is I would draw an uptrend line on the hourly, look for hourly pullbacks into that trend, and then bouncing back towards the resistance. This will give you an ability to get around kind of the action in the volatility, maybe at the open. Another way that you could attack this is maybe using a Bollinger Band. Look for a down move below, going towards the second standard deviation, that line that you get on the lower line of the Bollinger Band. Then look for a pop right back up there towards the median line. And then that's when you can start really seeing the trend change. Keep these on your radars. I think it's important to watch to see if energy is going to come back. Utilities also came back with that bounce. Today, we get a lot of the banks stepping up with their dividends, but I think this is going to be maybe a rip to sell. So just be careful out there. There's a lot of resistance here in JP Morgan. So you could get maybe a little quick pop into 1850s, but I don't think you're going to get too much more than that. We'll see what happens on these bank names today. SPY has been really fighting up here. I've talked about how I feel like this is a dead cat bounce. I know that a lot of people don't see it, but they're starting to see it, I think, now, as you're starting to see some slow up action up here. What I think is going to happen here is a classic sign of psychology, right? And so a lot of times we get what? We get stocks that get to a point where we get leaning way too hard on one side. Either we're too bearish on one side or we start getting too bullish on one side. I think yesterday was one of those moments where all the bulls started getting the question when they started seeing the SPY come down. Oh, is this a dead cat bounce, right? Is this a DCB? And now you're starting to see it, that you're getting that question. A lot of people putting out in news, you'll see headlines, and they'll start mentioning, is this one of those rallies that you should be looking to sell? And are the bulls getting a little bit more concerned about the rally? I think today you might actually get a little bit more as everyone's starting to flip back towards the bearish side. So you might get a little bit of pressure towards those bears and bulls. A move up today, I think, actually pressures both sides. Even though it could be good for the bulls, I think what ends up happening is it runs into resistance around here, around the 400s. And then we start seeing the bulls saying, okay, well, we got one more run. Let's take our profits. And then the bears come in and knock us down. So that could be a way that we get a move on up. We also could have sideways action. And of course, coming down, what would get me to the point where I'm saying, okay, well, we're not even going to get back up there. We're already breaking back down, which would be a move below 383. And we're pretty far from there, about 7 points. And the average shoe range is starting to slow up here. You can see the average shoe range did do a turnaround yesterday. It got up as high as 12. Now you're seeing that decline. That just shows me that the momentum is slowing down here in the market towards the upside. So it doesn't mean that it can't continue going, but something definitely to watch. And Jeff, you could call me a bear all you want, but have I been wrong at all this year?
Mitch, I will actually take a little bit of the heat off of you. This is actually one of the best tweets that I saw today. I highly suggest following this guy, by the way. He's an ace. Bear market rally number 4 in full effect. We expect it to last until earnings season kicks in, which is mid-July. Remember, that's going to be the banks. Should kick off with JP Morgan. If you take a look at his chart here, you can pretty much, this is exactly what we're looking at. Mitch, I completely agree with you. Bear market rally. I do not think we're out of the woods yet. And I think those lows will get tested again. So it also turns out that one of our mods in Benzinga Pro Chat concurs with this. By the way, if you haven't checked out Ribeye Jim in the Swimmers Chat in Benzinga Pro, you're missing out. The dude is an ace. So I am totally, I'm totally expecting this market to continue to move up, but to have the rug pulled at some time. I don't know when that time is. So what that means is that I've got to protect my capital at all costs and make sure I'm ready when the sentiment changes. 50 seconds till we open here, folks.
One thing that this does, though, leave the door on there is room for one more run, right? That's what I'm talking about, too. So you guys, you're calling me a bear, but at the same time, I'm saying that we still got room towards the upside, at least towards getting to resistance. And I think that's an important thing to watch. Clear example was in the last pattern that we had. Last pattern that we had, we broke through the resistance, got up there to the second level, and then we went sideways for a little bit, rejecting those tops. So that's the same thing that I could see happen here. We could go up towards that trend around 400, then start going sideways a couple days. Boom, you see the knockdown back down between 390s. We'll see what happens here. SPY getting into the market. Here's the bell, going to get into it about 9 seconds here, 8 seconds. Let's go to it. If you guys got a stock that you guys want to check on out, do me the favor, guys. Throw it up in the chat. And like always, guys, hit the like button. Let's get it started. And we got over 550 people watching. So do me the favor, guys. Smash it on up. I'm going to be watching to see if we can get past a goal here of 200 likes by 10 a.m. Let's see if we can do it. You guys let us know if you guys are enjoying the trading action. Let's get it.
First move out of the open here on EVFM is down. I would expect this to bounce at some point, but again, not sure where that is. So just going to kind of watch it and feel it out for the momentum.
I'm going to go ahead and take Hood here. I got filled on Robinhood equity at 913s. Take profit's going to be around 938, and then stop loss is below 9.
All right.
All right, Robinhood's moving up here. Let me put up a 3 box in case there's any tickers y'all want me to take a look at. Robinhood giving you about 10 cents so far. I'm looking for more. We're going to be greedy, and you've got SPY holding the 290 level, marching its way towards the 391s.
AGRX real quick. First move here. So these two are related. EVFM, the two we were watching here out of the open were related. AGRX moving towards the highs here. I would actually like for this to kind of come back on in before taking a stab at it. I feel like I'm chasing at this point. Take a look at EVFM. This looks like this is moving back towards the highs. First move here was lower.
Yeah, the 130s held there.
Energy financial services leading us right out the gates here. Behind that, communication and real estate. Taking a look at some basic materials and some energy here. Energy already pushing on up there. Going to have to look for some pullbacks. I'm going to be looking for hourly pullbacks in oil to then see a rise come after a red to green move. We'll see what happens here.
Long EVFM here, 146 for a trade. Big spot at 148. That is your spot. If that breaks, I think we pop. They're taking it, they're taking it, they're taking it, and they're refilling it. We'll see if we break here. Going to have a pretty tight stop on this. They're moving that bid down here, or they're moving that offer down, excuse me. Up, big bid coming in at 145. Let's see if they take out 147 and 148. There it goes, 148. Are you coming in? There it goes, 149.
SPY pushing, guys, just to let you know that. We're up there at 392s. Let's see if we can get above the 392s now. We're getting a little bit of a pullback. I still see room up at least to like 398s today, so don't be surprised if you see some strong action there.
Out EVFM here, waiting for a 150 break. I'll try the scalp again.
NVIDIA, good candle right up on the 15. Nice little candle there on NVIDIA today. Just taking a look at some tech stocks. I feel like they're pushing at least right now at the gates here.
Out EVFM there.
Looking at maybe potentially VWAP bounce on AMD. It already kind of got above the VWAP. Would need a pullback here to 86 tenths.
Yeah, now I'm gonna go try to take a. I'm gonna take a stab here at EVFM only to see if I can go ahead and break. If it breaks 125, I'll be out. I got filled at 130s.
KZR first move down here.
JPM pushing there towards 118.75. We talked about potential move towards 118.50s, and that was from around the 117.75. So not a bad 1.25 cents push there. And JPM, we'll see if it can continue. Smash the likes, it's mighty soldiers. What up? What
Okay.
up?
So watching AGRX right now, this is exactly what we're waiting for. So we're getting a pullback here in AGRX. I want this to kind of settle. I think that there is going to be another long side trade available here. I will call out when I enter. I have no position at the moment. No position.
Yeah, SPY super strong here. 393. Almost cracked there. I'm going to go ahead and just take 135s here on EVFM. Oh, no, I got filled out 134s. I'm all out. Just a couple of cents there. Nothing too crazy whatsoever. That's just a
Long AGRX here for a potential bounce. Really tight stop. We'll see if we end up bouncing. That's the pullback that I wanted to see. Would love to see a move back up here to the 190 level, although I'm not sure that we're going to get that. Feeling a little heavy down here. So just be careful. These are all higher risk trades as well. What was that?
Looking for some push here. I'm not seeing too much just staying up here. I did see some travel stocks make a little move up there. Let's take a look at AAL. Nice little push there in AAL. You guys can see here coming back towards the VWAP. I'm just not too strong on travel. I just don't see it. But hey, let's take a look at Carnival that had kind of that really good earnings. Let's see if it gets through 1090s today. That would be the level that I'll start being like, okay, let's see if we could have continued move there.
All right, Hood went ahead and cracked below 9. I'm out at Hood at around 890s.
And I'm out. AGRX bounce did not work. We'll wait for that to set up.
All right, let's take a look to see if it's a growth day. An easy way to do that is to look at the ARKK, and you can see it's coming down below the VWAP. We'll see if it's able to hold that move right now. Of course, in here, you got stocks like Hood, right? And so keep this on watch. We'll see what happens here. What's in the green in ARKK? NVIDIA, Tesla. We talked about it. Tech looking strong today, at least right out the gates. We'll see if it turns around. Roblox up about 1.84%. So with that one, I'd look at Unity, and I'd also look at Snow. I know they got some raises on some ratings. So Unity looking interesting here for me. If they can hold back above VWAP.
Sorry, long Wejo at 148. We'll see if this can move. Trying to hook something here. Not a lot of push to the upside on any of these names so far. Wejo spot seems to be 151. They keep refilling it. Tons of volume there. If they crack it, maybe we pop. We'll see.
Yeah, like MOS too, mentioned by Jay in the chat. I talked about how I saw in basic materials, agricultural is bouncing back. Doesn't look too bad. We need a pullback to the VWAP here now towards 50.40 or 50.30s. Jay Rice, I see you, man. Wejo.
Come on, Wejo. Let's take out this 151. We need it.
CF also doing well there. That trade's really sometimes it's side by side on MOS.
The refresh selling at 51 is incredible here. Look at this. God, look at this volume.
Consumer cyclical actually leading us now, guys. Resorts and casinos, gambling doing well. So you could see DKNG up a significant amount. RSI is up about 7% there and pushing well there. Looks like gambling getting a nice lift today, guys. Look at AMC maybe now with the consumer cyclicals. We'll see if this can come back today. I know that was strong yesterday. See if it gets back here.
Wejo, tons of shares traded at that 151 level. Couldn't break it. Got out of it before. Now we have a nasty pull here. Sorry, folks. The stuff this morning is not popping and running. It's trying to pop and then pulling. EMDP looks like that move. That's one of the pennies, though.
I'm going to go ahead and try Nike here at 110.52 on Nike. Break below VWAP. I'm going to go ahead and get out. Let me put the chart up here in a second. There you go. You saw a nice little pullback. I'm going to try to be greedy with it. So I'm going to wait for at least, oh, never mind. Just got it. So I'm out 3/4 here at 111.20s. 111.20s. I'm out on Nike. And then I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get a 112s on the remaining. I've got my sell at 111.89.
Good call, Bruglight NRSN from yesterday. This is what I was kind of talking about in the pre-market here this morning. The one thing I will say about NRSN, although it is curling back up, we need some more volume here for this to really be a feasible trader. So it's setting up, but we need that volume to confirm the trade is on. AGRX curling. Let's see if we can make this back up towards the highs here. Right at the VWAP here on AGRX.
Nike
Drew,
now at 111.
pop.
You got AGRX? Go ahead. It's a higher high so far on this quick 10 minutes. I'm gonna risk about 20 cents. I want to gut feel that 183s on AGRX, looking to get about 190s.
I got 184 on my fill on AGRX. It's really got to hold above VWAP here. That's the thing. 96 is going to, I think, right? 95, 96 is going to be your day high there. We really need to hold above VWAP. If we pop towards that high, this could really get interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking to get out around 193s if I can. Still in the Nike trade as well. We're already out 3/4 with a nice profit. So waiting for about 111.90s to get out the rest.
Out AGRX here feels heavy. Don't want to take another L on it. We'll wait for this to set up. If we move through or towards 195, I'd try it again. Reduced size here since I already took a loss early on. There's 190. Now we're moving, of course. It's just waiting for me to sell. That's all.
There you guys have it. Nice little move there in Unity off of Roblox and Snow. Roblox is leading the way right now, but definitely nice little push up there. RBLX and Unity moving with it.
Would love to see
Nike.
another pull here on AGRX. That to me says that we probably go through 195 the third time.
Yeah, I already got taken out on that to the upside. Waiting for Nike to figure out what it wants to do here as it's going to go and test VWAP. This is why we scale out.
Trading that Nike, you could also look at like stocks like Foot Locker. Those are not showing weakness right now. You could look at BKS also to see if that gets a little push today.
Here's your pull on AGRX. Let's see if we can hold above 180, which is VWAP.
Let's go back to Nike.
Also watching EVFM, yeah. SOXL. Semi's doing well today. Also watching BNTC. 170 was our high yesterday. Stopped right there here this morning. If we take that out, we should be in good shape. That appeared and then, oh no, it's still on the scanner. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Calming down there. Same thing though. We need some more volume here. Let me go back to where are we at KZR? Okay, that's just kind of hanging in there. Oh, shoot. Wow, I took my eyes off BNTC for 1 second, and it blew through that level. Blew through that and then yanked it immediately. Man, that makes it tough. All right, I'm going to take my eyes. I've been focusing like crazy. I'm going to take my eyes off and roll through the chat here real quick.
Yeah,
Out of Nike.
A lot of talks about gray halted up. Gray. A lot of people talking about gray. Gray halted. Let's take a look at gray. What was the issue here on gray? Big pop here. What do we have news or anything? Yeah. Announcing strategic alternatives. That could move it. That could move it. This might not be done. 145 day high on gray.
All right. Energy get into the red yet? Not into the red just yet. Keeping an eye on gold here to see if we can get it to kind of completely put the bottom in here around 19, then come right back up through the VWAP. That's what I've been looking for. It's just been kind of stair-stepping here, but you see buying pressure underneath the 1898s here. So I'm going to keep a close eye here. And looking for a nice little volume coming in here, setting on up. Still nothing yet. We'll let you guys know.
A lot of stuff moving around. Sorry, I'm so hardcore focused.
All right, it's how it is sometimes. Nice little push there in NVIDIA.
STRO,
nice
wow,
bounce.
big move here. STRO really just kind of took out that, 139 level and moved all the way up to 160. Wow, big pop there. Didn't play it. Wasn't fast enough.
Let's see what SPY's doing. SPY's probably going to try to test VWAP around 292s.
All right, we're just getting a swing there a little bit, at least in Tesla and Apple. Just be careful. SPY could be heading towards VWAP here. It is getting towards that 9:45 time where we sometimes get that transition here. We'll see what happens if we can get another leg up.
Yeah, NVIDIA is above VWAP. If you like it, that's a solid risk return there. Matter of fact, let's see.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
I'll take a shot at NVIDIA when I got field equity at 171.16s.
AGRX. Come on, Cat. Come on, man.
I've been there before.
I can't see anything.
I've been there before, dude. I just kicked Hendricks out for that reason. That's how it is sometimes, man. Trading with a cat life, man.
There's AGRX though, looking to pop twos.
Yeah, it needs to break this area. 195, huge spot there. It's taken it out a couple of times, but we'll see if we can pop above this. Sure looks like it wants higher. But man, is it getting sold.
SPY on the pullback, NVIDIA hitting that second VWAP there. Touch. We'll see if it gets back up through 172. So a quick turnaround there in the SPY and the Qs. Keeping an eye on those. That was at 393 on the SPY and around 296. Let's see here. Let me see the level here. The high was around 295.65. So around like 295.70s. That's where I'd be watching to see if the Qs can get back up there.
Got to stop AGRX here. I think it's going to break down through that 190 spot. Oh, that's so frustrating. Buddy, come on. And, of course, it doesn't. I really hope we don't have another bad day of trading lined up here for myself, man.
No worries, man. Sometimes when you don't hit the first one, you don't hit the second one. Woosah. Get back to what my strength is and nail it, bro. You got this, man. All right, taking a look at some trades on out there. Looking for some pullbacks to kind of get to the VWAP. Apple looks interesting there, holding the VWAP there if you want to take a look at Apple. Looking at BTU to see if it can come to VWAP here. And keeping an eye on gold. It still looks weak right now. I was looking for the swing in gold. Haven't seen that swing right now. NVIDIA holding VWAP right now. We'll look to see if it gets back through 172s. Apple, the one that looked interesting to me. Looks like it was holding well at that VWAP. I'm going to watch to see what happens with Apple. It'll probably give me a little bit of a sign of what's going on out there right now.
Trying AGRX again here at 195 because I like pain.
I like some pain. My man saying here. NVIDIA heading down there. They just cracked through VWAP, so you could see some Qs continuing on the downside. How's AMD?
There it goes. Two test on here. The two test is big, folks. AGRX two test is going to be big here. And they can't get through on the first attempt. Here's the second attempt. It's through and moving. Finally, all right. Okay, so that's probably going to go higher. If it does, great. I'll be ready for it. Just clawing back some of the losses out there.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Shake it off. Shake
I'm
it
happy.
off.
We did it. We did it.
Got the rust out.
Here we go. It's going higher.
Nice pop there.
And here's the thing, folks. When you do this, like I bet there's people out there in the chat right now saying, "You're an idiot, dude. You should have just held it. It's probably going higher. Why would you not just hold it?" Because these things are back and forth all of the time. And if you're holding stock, I just wanted to claw some of that money that I lost back. I can always rebuy it if it sets up again. I'm not restricted from rebuying it. So.
Right. I'm interested in at least, I'm just talking about it. If you have tried to do these before with kind of, let's say, maybe, I don't know what you're using in size there, but maybe with like a fifth and tried to leave runners. So of course,
look at it go.
Size.
Sorry, look at the pop go. So yes,
yeah,
so I'm sorry for interrupting you, Mitch, but this is just watching.
Just kind of thinking of like how you're talking about your strategy there. What would I think as an outside view into the strategy?
So the best way to actually play this is to keep partial for moves, just like what you're seeing here in AGRX, the secondary pop towards the highs. Mm-hmm. That's the actual move here. However, like Andy is saying here, it's all about what you're comfortable with as an individual.
100%.
One of the things that I'm trying to play here are range breaks or high of day breaks. And a lot of the times when they break it, it pops and pulls. So what I would like to be able to do is be able to trade that pop, and when it pulls, grab it again. Sometimes it doesn't pull. I actually tried to buy one of those pullbacks here today on AGRX earlier, didn't work, got shook out, bought it again on the high of daybreak. So realistically, what I should be doing, and by the way, just to answer your question, I'm normally scalping 2,000 share lots here. So in that break there, I bought 2,000 shares, in it for a couple of pennies, out of it. If what I probably should be doing is maybe selling 1,000 shares instead of the entire position, keeping some type of trailer for this move to continue. These are moving pretty quick though. So oftentimes I just take it off the table and wait for the setup again. If I was a little bit more disciplined, or if these stocks were not moving around as fast, perhaps selling partial or scaling in might be the way to go. Problem is for a high at daybreak, scaling doesn't often work. I like to hit it and get off of it right away.
All right, someone talking about XOM strong. Yeah, it did take off there. I thought it would hold for a little bit longer. It didn't go to the full hour. It only held towards about 950. It's already pushing on up there. So oil, another strong day there. Looking at BTU, that's breaking out of a ascending triangle there, now starting to push there. Looking to maybe take LAC here for a scalp on up here. That's a lithium player that I'm expecting to have a nice day today. Let's get a little entry there, and I'm willing to add on that. Just got started there on LAC. Let's see what happens here. If we can get a nice little push, hold VWAP, that's looking good there. Apple starting to come back down below the VWAP there. SPY still holding sideways here. So I want to see if the SPY kind of pushes up or pushes down, but definitely BTU with a nice little lift there. So basic materials having a good day there. Consumer cyclicals still leading us, and energy right behind that, then financial services.
So real quickly, let me address this. Ripon DT is asking if I'm on speed. No,
not enough.
Take speed. I've took a Gumby supplement, and also several cups of coffee.
He also takes the what's that mind supplement from what's the guy that's man.
Okay,
what's the guy that's on Spotify? What's the guy that's on Spotify?
Figure that out and get back to me when you have it. Dino is saying, can we have a new widget added with heart rates? Ryan, I'm worried about you today.
Heart rates.
Dino, do not worry, my man. I am doing totally fine. It's not speed. It's not a drug. It's not any of that. Love the energy. Appreciate it. At least someone can appreciate the energy.
Yeah. Let's go, baby.
AGRX 213 seems to be the big spot here.
I'm hoping this NVIDIA holds this 170 level. I'm already in at 171.16. I might add some more pain, but I'm hoping it holds a 170 at least.
Getting a quick pullback here in LAC. Going to go ahead and get an add here at the VWAP and then hold right underneath it towards 2293. So we can do 2290s as they're out there. And we'll see if LAC can get back up through the symmetrical triangle.
AGRX through 213 there, stopped at 217 again. Nice to see you, by the way, Brett. I'm going to reduce my size here and try to play the break to the upside. Oh, there it goes. I didn't get it, by the way. I didn't get a fill there. Oh, it just popped through. It didn't get a fill again.
BTU with a nice takeoff there after the symmetrical triangle. So nice push there in coal today and in oil. Those were the areas we were looking at. Also been taking a look at some other basic materials. We'll see if those get running too.
AGRX, man, what a monster. So this, and so now that we've popped above all of these highs, last one here that I have on my screen was what? 220 was a pretty huge level there. So now we're at 232, 234. Oh my God, what an absolute monster. If this can pull back and set up again, we're going to be in good shape. If you are still in this, trim and trail, my man. Monster trade here. Too bad I'm not still in it.
Oh my God. NVIDIA just headed its way to the downside.
Yeah, I see a lot of choppiness in the SPY right now. It's kind of sideways for the last, 15 minutes. So just be careful out there. That's when you can get those range, the tops and bottoms there. XLM continuing through the high.
Stopped out. I'm out of NVIDIA.
Just got my ads there in LAC, going to hold towards 2290s here. Just getting about 20 cents. Needs to get back up above 2320s in a quick manner here. Don't want to see it close below VWAP here. It's a trade here to the left-hand side. Apple heading down there. I didn't want to see that, so that's not a good sign there. It's going to probably drag the market a little bit with it. Now it's going to VWAP there. I'm right on the brink of stopping out here. One of the things is, like always, I want to see it kind of give it a chance to recover here. But if it breaks too far down here on the wick side, you got to get out. You've seen some recovery there in the price there. We'll see if it can kind of recover there.
AGRX, a little bit of a pull here. Love to see more of a pullback so this can set up for us again. How's gray doing out of that halt? Back down almost towards balance. EVFM down towards the pre-market lows.
Oh, I didn't get to see that MOS VWAP pullback. I missed that one. Good eyes, Jay. That was a nice little pullback there on MOS.
Kevin, what ticker is APPL? I'm confused. Lynn says, wait till you see Ryan with a Portillo's Italian beef. Now that's energy. 15 minutes after that Italian beef, I'm looking for a nap.
LAC there. First loss on the day, but looking at gold here. Like that recovery right now.
Kevin, you don't have to apologize. I'm just busting you. A little bit of backstory to that. Here at Benzinga, Jason will often correct people if they don't have a major ticker like Apple. And that's a common one, right? Because everyone wants to say APPL and he stops everyone. So I kind of just picked it up from him. No problem. No reason to apologize. Just joshing you.
All right. Looking to see if there's going to be some volume coming in here in GOLD. See 1,600 shares added there at 18.99.
Trying AGRX again here, reduced size.
Still not seeing it there. SPY starting to head down on the downside there. Just be careful. It could drag some stuff now.
43 high. Let's see if we break it. Oh, they're taking it.
Seen the banks turn around there. Goldman Sachs almost giving up the daily gains already. So just be careful out there in the banks. I think you're going to start seeing some flipping action. If I went to go short, I would look at WFC right now off of 4150s. Actually, I might take that trade. It's an easy. It looks like an easy trade for me.
Jessica, thank you for the call out. I am in fact old.
What?
She's making fun of me for saying the just joshing you. That is kind of an older thing to say. I don't know where I picked it up from, but
who's this Josh?
who's this Josh guy everyone's talking about? Whoa.
Oh,
Dead ass, bro. Who is that? He'd be busting.
Josh, bro. All right, let's see if WFC rejects one more time from a breakout above 4150s here. If that does happen, we can get short here for a mean trade back down to 41s. Looks interesting there. SPY cutting down there towards 391s here, cutting the VWAP there. So just be careful out there. What? It's a 10 a.m. turnaround? Cheery knows.
Oh.
Hey now.
Sorry about that.
Hey, Josh.
See?
There you go. That's the Josh we were talking about. Josh Pitts.
That's awesome. Oh, that's fun stuff.
No Josh in here, man.
Come on, AGRX, pull back for us.
Stepping up here, gold, long gold, GLD on the 19 there. You get this back up to 1910s. Risk is 1890. MOS looks interesting too. We like that setup there. CF also looking well there. BTU holding well. Let's take a look at some other kind of coal players here. You can look around here and see what I find moving. Bush made a nice push there. Now holding sideways. Oil's kind of holding sideways there. Just saw the rejection there on Wells Fargo there, so I'm willing to short it now. Let's see if I can grab this here. Short there. Didn't get it. Hold on one second. Missing it out right now. Trying to get in here.
Folks, sorry.
There you go. Got it. 43s, 41.43 short on Wells Fargo. Or Wells Farlow, because I wanted to go low. Short there. Rejection off 41.50s. 50s, that's going to be the risk. Anything above 41.50s will get us out. Looking for a move back down to 41.25s immediately. Then from there, we could take half. Looking for a move back down to 41. Boom. There's 33s. We're almost to the 25s already, guys.
SPY below VWAP.
This is what you call a mean reversion trade. Looking for 25 to take some profit, and then we'll let the rest of it run. Order out here at 25 to covers. There's 26 on the bid. See if we get another little tick down, and then we'll get filled on half of it and look for it to continue down. Someone's stepping up there on the bid side there, 41.30s. See if it gets knocked down through that level now. 41.30s. SPY heading down there now to 391s. Also seeing some pullback around and even in the agricultural ones. So just take a look there. You're starting to see some dips towards the VWAP there. We'll see if there's a recovery now. GLD recovered that 19, not looking too bad now. Holding that support there around the 1890s. We're going to look for a push towards 1910s. That's going to give us confirmation there. WFC just hit the profit there, 41.20s now. Looking for another little move down towards 41.10s and 41s, and then we can take all the profit. Boom. Nice little short there on Wells Fargo.
Tour popping. That was, we talked a little bit about that. Didn't trade it here, but we are popping towards the highs. Be interesting to see if we take out that 92 high. Currently 86 on Tour.
Daddy Backtrap saying Disney holding strong. There is Disney news today. So just to give you guys that, Shanghai parks opening up, guys. So I think that's a good catalyst there. MOS catching that VWAP. You can take a look at that. But Disney, yeah, getting a nice little lift today. I think that was all on that park mentioned, right? I mean, they need their parks to be open to make their profits. And if they could really start opening in China and getting some good numbers, especially back to the parks, that could help at least the story of Disney, right? So we'll see what happens. Clearing 100 today. We'll see if it can close above 100.
Folks, market is rolling over here right now. Just rolling over. Huge pull across all of the indices here. Tour 88 now. 89? Yep. There it goes. 89. Let's see if we can get 92 to fall. I'm not in this.
Apple broke down. Tesla VWAP. We'll see if that can catch a VWAP bounce, and the SPY just comes ripping back up. Taking a look to see if I can get into some other trades here. Tesla breaking down there, guys. I think we're going to see some further downside drag of that with the SPY here. Let's take a look to if oil can take that next leg up. And now you're going to start seeing if some of these trades start going into the red, technology in the red, healthcare in the red. Those have been strong sectors. Now you're starting to see some weakness come into there. Even defensive starting to get a little weak here. Just be careful on out there. Basic materials still strong in agricultural inputs, so MOS bounce there. It doesn't look too bad if you're trying to get that one. Do like the look on that one. So let me go ahead and take a look at MOS here.
BNTC through 90 here. Wanted to highlight Jessica's comment here. Sal had asked, should I just give up if I'm struggling for 4 years? Jessica says, never give up. I'd like to second this. You should never give up. Jessica goes on to say, there must be some information you're missing. Find a mentor or someone who can answer your questions and assist with where you're struggling. Super, super good advice. I am of the camp is that you should never give up. As long as you have an opportunity to trade these markets, you have an opportunity to better your financial future. Do not give up. That is admitting defeat. You're better than that. You don't need to be defeated.
All right, looking to see if MOS can recover here, the 50-80s. That's going to be a good level to get long here. Just taking a look here. I saw the tick down there. There's the tick on up here. Do we get some volume to come in with it? Looking at the time and sales here to determine if I'm going to get long on MOS here. Like that right there here, that action on that. Oh, I know what I have pressed here.
Born saying the same thing. Never give up. They can help here in the chat as a smart dude. Stay here and grow with Zinger Nation. Born, much appreciated, my man. That is exactly right. Don't ever give up.
She helped there. I didn't get into MOS. I had clicked the wrong button there, but didn't get into it there. So saw the decline there come in immediately into the 70s. It needs to hold here the support of 61s.
I mean, SPY is just saying, screw you and your money. Jesus Christ.
I was going to say, man, the market is really rolling over here.
What did you guys?
Nvidia right here. It's just,
I mean, that cat bounce, baby. Remember I said that today could be one of those days that does what? Pressures the bull and the bears.
Ryan, can you check Benzinga Pro and see what you've got for news on AMD? Because this is downside on AMD, which is obviously bringing down NVIDIA as well. And obviously it's going to go and pull the
AMD targeted by ransom house. Cybercrimes claim to have 450 gigabytes in stolen data. That is of 10:04 a.m. Eastern time today. Zunaid.
Not what you wanted to see. That's going to drag the Qs. Look at the Qs get dragged on that, and definitely chapow.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, there you guys have it. Just grab some MOS here. MOS, going to look for that to keep going. Wells Fargo doing me right here, guys. Going to go ahead and take some profit if we can crack 4110s here. We just cracked it for a second there at 4108s. Might just take the profit here off the 12s. Yeah, seen a little bit of bounce. I think it's going to come back to VWAP here, so we're going to go ahead and just try to cover here on the position here. Let's go ahead. Boom, got out there 41.13s, taking a nice gain there in Wells Fargo, bouncing back after the loss in LAC there. Keeping an eye on gold here also. It's looking great for me. I might actually add on this gold trade now that we're breaking back above 19 here. Let's go ahead and let's get a little bit of an add here, add to the position, looking to increase the risk here in gold. Just got that add there at the same spot there. So we're averaged at 1901. Going to look for gold to continue on the upside. Breakout above 1910s is really what I'm looking for. Let's see if we can get that nice lift. Took MOS, still also in here on, so we got MOS and gold. We just got out of the WFC. Trying to take some more trades here, just keeping the size a little smaller and trying to play a little bit more. One of the biggest things that I say about trading also is if you're seeing yourself not have success in trading, what I would do first is there's two things. There's either you can move to paper, which some people will say I don't recommend that. But what I would recommend, at least in my case here, is not financial advice, but educational purpose there, is really to focus more on maybe one share trading. Why do I think one share trading? Because a lot of the times what you're noticing is it's maybe could be that you are good in paper, but you're not good in the real market. What does that show me? That shows me that a lot of that is probably going to be based more on the pressure that you're putting on yourself as a trader and not really pressure that the market's putting on you. So one of those things that you can do is by cutting it down to one share, you shouldn't be worried about any position going against your direction. And then you can focus more on what improving your execution. Where am I going wrong in my trading? Is it execution-wise or is it systematic-wise? If it's system, then you need to fix it. But if it's execution, then you can go ahead and work on your execution to make improvements.
And Stacks, Mitch, I completely concur with you. Stacks saying one share, or sometimes you just need to take a step back and just watch. So a couple of things here. I've spoken to several people who are much more senior than I am at this career, and then sometimes they'll buy a couple hundred shares of a stock just to watch it, understanding that it's probably going to go lower. So like Mitch is saying, if you're just starting out and you can't just buy 100 shares to watch something, maybe reduce your size to one share. That shouldn't affect you in one way or another. And that should help you kind of deal with the emotional swings back and forth. I mean, look at it here. Look at my trade here this morning, AGRX. I was in and out of that thing a couple of times. It ended up mooning. You got to be able to deal with that stuff.
I agree. All right, guys, we're looking to potentially add above on this MOS trade. It needs to be above 51 for the add. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up there. We'll see if we get the add on MOS, but it needs to break the 51 spot there.
Yeah, I have no levels here after that big flush. I mean, I don't even know what to do with my life.
Tesla looks interesting. Gush looks interesting for a continued push through 152. Oil pushing, baby. Oil. Nah, I just kind of get like to that point, everyone was starting to point like, oh, oil's turning around, deflation, it's destroyed. Oil's coming back with a vengeance right now.
The best thing about Tesla is the fact, look at where it went ahead and rejected, right? 750 on the dot. So hopefully someone got a chance to play that from this morning's discussion.
Hourly pullback in XOM did go toward an hourly support. It didn't get to the trend line that I talked about. So was I wrong a little bit on the pullback level? Yeah, I was wrong a little bit there. But we did get a pullback into the pre-market towards that level. So I was thinking we get another touch, but it just went straight on up. So oil looking strong there. Just got the add there in MOS there. So there you guys, we're taking some bigger swings here. Let's see what happens.
Did you guys see the video regarding oil from Macron and Biden this morning?
No, I did not.
Oh, how he was telling them how the Saudi Arabians don't want to produce more oil or whatever?
They can't. The backup plan that he had is bunk.
Not good. Not good.
We're in big trouble, folks. Oil is not done. Who said it here?
Don't.
Zeth Marshall Oil isn't done. I concur.
I've been talking about it. You guys saw me lose some money on Friday on oil. Making the money back, baby. Monday and Tuesday, let's go.
There were a couple of oil tickers we played. Can't remember them now, though.
All right, looking good there in MOS, looking good in GOLD. We're just about to break the 910s there in GOLD. So gold looking well here. I'm not going to run through profits right now. I do think that we have the lift towards 920s or 1920s there. That's going to give me a greatly great gain on the day. Let's look at GOLD. Can turn into a swing trade if we really start seeing the push coming in here. What's going to show me that is a drive in volume into the move towards above 1910s. Want to see some quick momentum start there and then keep pushing. MOS, we're going to look for a push towards 51.25. That's where we're going to take half of it off and then look for a continuation above there.
Yeah, it might have been Husa that I was thinking about.
Zeth, this is interesting. First of all, I agree with you. Buffett purchased like 9 million shares of Oxy. Not saying he is right, but that should give some idea of oil sentiment. Zeth, I think you're right, and I'll take that a step further. I think Warren wants all of Oxy. We'll see.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but just be careful there, because I mean, what happened also on Friday, right? I mean, he purchased Oxy last week and it dipped. Agreed. So you just got to be careful there and always leaning that it's going to go one certain way. But it does give you the insight that if Buffett's looking at it, then definitely we should be looking at it, right? And so I think that that's what it does. It gives you like kind of what I call the flags. Like, look at here, but it doesn't mean trade exactly here. Just know your levels there and look for the levels to tell you when to trade it. The catalyst is there. And now you have more conviction because you got story with the technicals. And then what I would be looking is at a company that has good fundamentals. And that's why Warren's looking at Oxy in this case. There's MOS to 51.21. It's about to take profits at 51.25 here. We'll take half of it off, then look for it to continue. MOS looking well for us here.
TCOM here breaking above highs, almost thinking that this could pop and run here, a little bit higher price stock, but watching this here, took out these pre-market double top briefly and then you pulled back. See if this can get going.
Don't worry, Zeth. I'm just talking about it for everybody and not necessarily you. Like that's what it's always about, right? I mean, we're all trying to learn from each other, just like I'm learning from you guys.
This is one of the reasons why I love highlighting comments from the community, because it just shows that it's not just us out here babbling. It's everyone working together. That's what separates this from other, programs or rooms or whatever. We're trying to work together. It's not about
turn around there on MOS. Didn't get there towards the 51.25, created the third resistance. We'll look to see if we can get through it. XOM heading for another leg higher there, now at 92.97. It's going to be interesting to watch here. MOS turning around really quickly here. Got to be smart here. We were into the green, looking good here. Now it's turning back around. Got to be careful here. Don't want to all of a sudden just get dragged out of it.
Zunaid, what are you looking at over there, my man?
You're
talking AMD, aren't you?
Yeah, you nailed it. I mean, I was hoping that AMD would come up to, so it came to the 85s. I was really hoping that it would come to the 85.50s so that on that news, I could just go ahead and short it off of VWAP. But unfortunately, it just never got there. I was 50 cents away on it. And I'm also just reviewing my trades because I took an L Nike was okay because we took profits in it beforehand. But I was just reviewing trades on NVIDIA. Because at 170 level, I think my entry was a little too high because I got filled at 171. So I'm just kind of reviewing my trades here because I can't find anything to play with. So I'm definitely red for the day, though. You've got Apple. Here, let's go ahead and pull up Apple. Oops, not that way.
Hey, Eric, nice to see you here this morning. Would love to hear what you're trading.
And then obviously
Hood also, big yank here.
Hood went lower, came back above. So just kind of reviewing where I went wrong because I don't like red days, I mean, who does? And then keeping on EBFM
I don't like
as
red
well.
days.
Got alert set at 107. So we'll see if he wants to come back and test it.
All right, want to see ULD really get that push above 1910 so that we can really get that lift here. Definitely XOM, Exxon Mobil, VWAP bounce. Definitely probably the trade of the day that I did not take.
Ron calling Grom out here. Grom a penny play, popping to the highs here. Nice little move, not in it though.
Oil, baby. That's where it's at least right now. CBTU. How's that pullback? Nice. Bounce just above the VWAP. Not too bad there. Nice little cup and handle now forming.
Sorry to hear about your loss, man. Hopefully you made some money back today. And there's Amazon hitting lows. Q's trying to break lows. And NVIDIA.
All right,
NVIDIA
MOS
lows.
might stop me out here. It's definitely dropping fast here. It needs to hold and recover 60s here. If not, we'll get on out.
NCTY here. This actually moved off the open, pulled back here. We got a spot at 237 as they have a refresh seller. Let me pull it up on the screen.
Correctly there.
Sorry.
Now I'm out. 55s. Got caught there in MOS. A little annoyed. It goes deep into the green there. Let it get to the red. Not the way to take that. The volatility might have stopped me out too, because this does have a 5-minute support there at the 60s. You can see it recover now, but that's how it happens sometimes. That's why further out time frames can help you out, kind of check out those supports that you could potentially come back to.
AFib is just nicely consolidating near VWAP. I'll take a shot at it here. AFib, I got filled at 93. There's no volume in it yet, but if it goes ahead and picks some up, I think I can go ahead and scalp it to maybe $1. Let me go and pull it up here. AFib.
All right, looks like GOLD is going to be the one probably of the day here for me, at least now, pushing into 1912. So looking good there in GOLD here with gold. I love gold.
Makes me laugh every time. Out NCTY, small loss, didn't curl.
AGRX now at 230s. I mean, I like it, but I don't know where my profit targets would be. I know where my stop loss would be. It'd be a crack at 2, which is near VWAP here. Let me put it up here. AGRX. As I say that, it moves up 5 cents, but I just don't know where I'd try to take profits besides like the 247s or something. And it just, I don't know. Because you do have a bit of a flag there.
That's the vibe right there. I'm about to play that song a little later today.
Let's see if it breaks that.
What's going on out there, chat? How we doing? What are we looking at? Let's take some more trades out there.
AGRX looking to break that 250.
ULD now 1915s. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep that going today.
There's
Wow,
245.
AGRX new highs here.
Damn it.
Not
I didn't know where I'd take my profits, though.
All right, technology starting to get that drag out there, so definitely seeing that out. Tesla now down to 734s. Apple now down to 141. Doesn't look good there, at least today. How's Amazon? Now down to 111s there. Definitely breaking down there. It doesn't look too strong today. How's our NIO and how's the Chinese stocks? Not really holding on too strong there. I actually looking at maybe potentially NIO for a short here. As it's rejected to get back above 2340s a couple times here. It doesn't look too bad there.
AGRX set a new high and yanked right back down to 240. It's holding up here, though. I still, at some point today, I'm expecting a pretty big yank. So at this point, my biggest plan here is trying to avoid that pullback. I do not want to be trapped in one of those. However, I do like the volume here and think that this inevitably goes higher.
Yeah, it
sure feels that way anyway.
Yeah, yanked from the high of 245 that you mentioned. Your risk off has to be below 2. I mean, below 2, you got to get out.
Ford holding well there. That's the one thing that's going to keep me out of this NIO short. That is holding well right now. Ford right off the VWAP there. I'm not interested too much in the upside action because it's about 8 cents. But
crazy.
254 is high.
See, that's the thing, though. One of these pops through, they yanked it right back. Then the second one, they blasted it right up to 250, 254.
Yeah, the only way I'm seeing play that is the 9 EMA, at least in my eyes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
9 EMA pullbacks have been working on that. You can see here, light blue line. Light blue line. So I usually stay with parabolic stocks. I stay with the 9 EMA. I look for 9 EMA pullbacks to enter and risk off the next layer support. So like, let's say if you're looking to enter in, you were looking to enter around 225, you would look at the next layer support, which is right here at around 211. And I'd be getting in around there, risking off that 211.
$265s.
Unreal.
AGRX.
This was the stock of the stock du jour, if you will.
All right, looks like the travel trade trying to continue here. It's right off the VWAP. So if you guys want to look at a stock like American Airlines, it looks interesting here. I don't know how you feel about travel or whatever, but it looks interesting there. Just got a nice little volume pop there in the 415 area. So look for 415s to hold on this pullback. And then it needs to get back above VWAP here. Talking AAL, you can also take a look at some other trades on out there. UAL, CCL, they're all kind of in the near kind of that same range, right? One thing I do see here is 3 attempts to break to the downside on Carnival. Hasn't broken that 1075. If it can hold here and then break through 11, you could get some continuation there. Doesn't look too bad on the daily also to get through the high there of Friday, which is 1088, and then really start giving you that uplift. We'll see what happens here. Carnival Cruise Lines. Like Airbnb too, you can watch for that to kind of recover VWAP and then get back up there.
You got yourself another
right there.
You had yourself another pop at 271s, was the high on AGRX. Just a beautiful move.
It's crazy. The AGRX move today is monster.
Yeah. And I will say this, it could obviously continue going higher, but someone is sadly going to get hurt when the party stops in AGRX.
Yeah, that's why I keep talking about avoiding the pullback, because it's fun on the way up, especially if you're doing it multiple times, if you're hitting it multiple times, and then all of a sudden that pullback comes and ruins your entire day. Just protect yourself. Yeah. If it's sizing, that's easy. Just don't buy as much. You guys okay?
Yeah, just quiet, man. Looking around.
Account.
I'm okay. I mean, it's that kind of day, man. It happens. Account. It happens, you know?
Yeah.
It's been a frustrating couple of days, no doubt.
Pinky on up, guys. Pinky on up.
Trying to take a look if there are any other trades that I want to enter. AGRX was the only one. I just didn't know how high it could have gone. I knew where my stop loss would have been, but that's on me.
That's what I'm saying. And we really need a pullback on AGRX to make this easier for us to trade.
Oh,
Excuse
definitely.
me.
Definitely. Wouldn't be surprised if we get like 222s before a move higher, especially kind of test back VWAP maybe. I mean, you can see on AGRX, it just kept making higher highs on the 5 minute, just higher, 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 higher. Came down, consolidated near VWAP, higher, higher. So, I mean, definitely looks solid there. If anyone else sees anything, let me know. But it's 10:30. I'm gonna start packing and heading out. Should be able to trade from the hotel tomorrow. But just an ugly way to go. Let's see what Hood ended up doing there. Low VWAP now.
Seekin, I think that's how you pronounce it, saying, watch the volume on AGRX. Absolutely. Mighty Soldiers saying, sitting on the hands and being patient. Really, really good advice if your setup's not there. Jessica, really supporting us this morning. Absolutely love it. We used to be able to get way more likes. What happened? It's a struggle to get 300. The one thing that I will say is it is clearly summer trading. So perhaps there are a lot of people out enjoying the weather and the vacation, or a vacation season, if you will. That would be my only guess.
Or
Lynn,
their accounts blew up, but.
Or they're okay, Mitch. Way to go, negative. Way to go. Lynn saying, alrighty, y'all, this stuff is gold. Take a second to like it. Really appreciate all of the support you folks give us every single day. It means a lot.
Cheers to that all day. I'll drink to that all day. I might put
Amazon
some vodka
pounding
for
lows.
that.
Tesla pounding lows.
I'm going to head out, but I will go and talk about a couple of levels I'll be keeping on if I was trading longer for the day. 290 on the Qs for a possible scalp bounce, and obviously a VWAP fade if it goes ahead and tests into the Qs or into the SPY as well. But 290s would be the level to kind of possibly take a scalp on the Qs. And then on Coinbase, I'm still waiting for that $50 scalp if I can go ahead and get it. I've got my alert set down there, so we'll see how it goes. Not the greatest day for me, but we'll see. And typically trading from the hotel usually isn't great either, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll have her size small, and then we'll see how this rest of this week goes.
That's what it's all about. Understanding the risk management always is first. Yep. All right, Zunaid, we'll see you next time, man. Keep battling, man.
See you.
All right, let's keep it going here. Let's take a look what is going on out there. Gold is now pulling on back here for me. I'm going to hold right now, looking for this to get back above 1910s into the 1915s, but definitely dragging a little bit. If you take a look, the SPY has just continued to wipe out from that 9:45, 10 a.m. turnaround, and it's been a turnaround indeed. We're now down about 1% from that move. Where do we want to see us kind of continue to hold? Where is the support? Running into it now. If you take a look at the 30 minutes, you're going to see some support in this area. We'll see if we can actually hold here. Or do we get down to the next leg?
Mitch, Quantum was saying if he blows up his account, he's still going to be here with us. So
that's what it's about. We get another account going, baby. Right. Account number 2.
AGRX scalped another break there to the highs. This thing might just be an ATM today.
I love gold. Let's see what happens.
Andy, I got the 65 EMA added here, and I got a SPY chart. Give me the rest of your direction. What time frame or time frames do you normally watch for the 65 EMA? We're gonna bring Andy on, Mitch. We gotta schedule that. We gotta schedule that one of these days. Get Andy on here, and we'll go through some of this SPY trading here. Help me out, Andy. Is this predominantly the only thing that you're looking at, and what time frames are you looking at?
All right.
PK England saying that EVFM is moving again. It does look like it's curling, and oh my God, Andy, did this just bounce off the 65 EMA on the 15-minute? It sure looks like it did. Sure looks like it did. Okay.
Yeah, I actually like that chart now. 50, yeah, the 50 moving average there, running into it also. A lot of support here in the 115 range. You can see that on an hourly clearly. This is why I like hourly pullbacks for cheaper stocks. Too many people were not willing to look at an hourly chart on a stock like EFFM. And if you do look at an hourly chart, it's going to look clear as day versus a lot of the chop that you see on out there. What do you see? Pre-market resistance being built up there at 154. It comes down back towards the pre-market support of 114. Now back at VWAP. So this is a big range here from 114 to 146, especially on a $1 stock. So, but if you're able to watch for those pullbacks towards the 114, how much did you have to risk here off the support? Maybe even if you were looking at it as the wick here being 113, you got in there. What did you have to risk? Next level down is down towards 102, 105. So you're risking very small to get that move back up there towards the top of the range, or even just VWAP around 130s. Doesn't look too bad there.
Attempting EVFM here on a curl 127. If we take it out, let's see if we can push. Lots of stock for sale here. Definitely refreshing 127. Really tight stop.
All right, giving GLD a second here to try to recover here. If it breaks through 1892, that's when we're going to have to get on out. It's going to pressure here, but let's see if it can get back up through 19s. And if not, it just might not be that day where we're getting really small moves, no continuation. And a lot of times when you get those no continuation is where you can get stopped out and get a lot of bit of choppy action.
Out of EVFM, did not continue its bounce there. We'll wait for a better setup.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough market out there. A lot of patterns breaking down here. Looking at BTU here to see if it can recover VWAP, but it doesn't look good right now. It needs to recover though. Take a look at the 5-minute here. You can see it pulling on back here. Wouldn't want to see it break through this pattern that it's held from pre-market. So you can see it's
and there
testing
goes
it right
EVFM.
now.
Oh man. There it goes. Just waited for me to sell again. That's it, folks. Definitely a little too itchy on the trigger finger here today on the buy and sell button. Definitely a little too much. Not giving it enough room to run, and that's because I was hit painfully the past couple of days.
Can keep your eye on gray. I like that pattern. Kind of keep going sideways here. Needs volume though. No volume on it. Same industry, same sector. Could be EFFM, EVFM kind of leading the action. The laggard play could be gray. Or I see another one mentioned out here that was strong, but now pulling on back. It's just a pre-market kind of stock. That's KZR. But there's DBTX. But these are really small kind of e-liquid plays. Be careful, guys, on these. I don't know how many shares is trading here in EVFM, but definitely gray, kind of lower volume in that one. Only 10 million shares traded. EVFM at least has 120 million shares traded.
Yeah, Trevor's saying, I feel your pain, Ryan. Trevor, that's, you know what? It's not even really pain. It's me trying to analyze what are you doing wrong? Clearly, we had the right stocks identified today. We had AGRX pegged from the opening, EVFM too, for that matter, and Tour. So we had the right stocks pegged. Just comes down to the execution. It's a constantly evolving process. I'm definitely going to be hard on myself in the sense that I'm trying to get better every time I take a loss. And one of the things I noticed today is, due to getting slapped the past couple of days, I wanted to take my gains quick, which means when things didn't materialize, I sold a little too early. Stock ended up running. It's just how it goes.
Yep. That's just the difference between the planned attack and the execution taken. That's why a lot of times it's important to, when you're keeping a journal, traders out there, don't only write down what the plan was, also write down how you executed. So if your plan was a 3-to-1 return, I'm trying to make 30 cents and risk 10 cents. Go back to your trading and take a deeper look to see how did you actually execute there, because it's very vital to understand there that what goes on a lot of the times is that we set a plan but don't follow it. And if we set a plan and don't follow it, we can't really be upset that we're not getting the right results that we're looking for. So a lot of that is looking at your planned attack and the execution. There's a separation there, right? You're never going to be as perfect as your planned attack, that I will say. And that's why I leave myself a little bit more room on accuracy. And I like to go for 4-to-1 trades or 3-to-1 trades, because then I only need one trade to be break even on the day. A lot of the times this happens often, especially kind of that 1-to-4. I'll have 3 trades go in the red, and that one green trade can get me back to break even on the day. So a lot of this is not necessarily saying that, like, to Lord Ryan, but you guys out there, if you're not seeing the results you want, make sure that your execution is matching the strategy.
EVFM is going here, folks.
EVFM.
Cannot believe it, man. Cannot believe it. As soon as I sold it, they ran at 20 cents. As soon as I sold it.
It happens.
Man. Just got to
It's almost like they're watching.
That's what it feels like. And that's where the head games come in, because it's like it feels like they're just watching you and they're after you. And I can assure you they're not. I am a small fish in a gigantic pond. They are not after me. But damn, it feels like that.
All right, looking at GOLD recovering that 1892 is kind of what I wanted to see there. Now, if it can get back above 19s, I'll take another ad and we'll turn this into a swing trade for on the day, holding towards that 1890. We'll see what happens there. Let's go back towards the SPY action. We're starting to see a little bit of some bottoming action there. Let's go towards the 6 charts here. Start taking a look at around what are we seeing, starting getting a bounce here. So I would be paying attention to see that. Looks like Gush pulled back down towards the bottom there. XOM also pulling back there towards VWAP. And so that one seems interesting for me, XOM there. I'm actually going to take a deeper look at XOM. I actually am interested in maybe taking at least a swing trade here in XOM.
BNTC being mentioned in the chat here. Definitely a nice curl. I brought up the 65 EMA. Looks like it is kind of fighting at that 65 EMA, as you can see there. But maybe if we go through that, we'll have another opportunity here. I saw AFib getting mentioned a few times. This definitely is curling here. We really need to do some work before this moves, though. Entry trigger, not yet. You'd be front running buying right now.
Looking for one more pullback underneath here towards 91.50, and then seeing that reversal come in there on XOM to take a shot there towards the upside. Just want to give it a shot here to break down through the low again and then see it recover.
I am listening because I love front running. Me too when it works, but when it doesn't and I get slapped, I dislike it.
Yeah,
so it's a love-hate thing with me.
Yeah, front running is just part of that of trying to get some certainty. It happens often. And when it goes right, you feel like a hero. When it goes wrong, you feel like a dummy because you're like, well, I front ran it. So you can't really be upset about that. It's just part of it. One of the things that you can always look back on is, am I trying to make things too certain? Am I trying to be too rigid? Or am I trying to keep things simple for myself? Look at your strategies to sometimes look back at that. Some people do better with complicated strategies. Some people do better with just simple. Keeping it simple sometimes definitely will help.
AGRX, we did get a pullback, pulled from the high of 275 back down to 253. Now we're curling here, currently at 262. See if this can get some mo here. Not in it right now, not in it. A little bit of size at 263 there.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a little bit here in. Just got a starter there, an XOM there. Starter at 91.76. Remember, I'm trying to turn this into a swing trade, so I'm going at it with smaller size here, trying to really time the chart here. Like the 15-minute pullback towards a prior resistance, which was 91.44. So that's the risk right now. If I can get closer to 91.50s, I can add here, or a move back above 92 and closing above 92 could get me to the point where I could add on the throwback. We'll see what happens there. That's what I'm trying to do a little bit more of, is working my way in these green positions a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger, and then taking the profits into that, and then being smart on the risk side. It's okay to get stopped out on some trades, but you just got to make sure that you're taking the right profit to loss ratio. EVFM pullback. Hell yeah, that thing pulled it right back. Pulled the rug right underneath it at 145s. It didn't even get there, 144.
Great question here. Anyone got any
play.
good trading psychology book recommendations? Loved Trading in the Zone, The Disciplined Trader, and Trading for a Living. Brett Steenberger's The Daily Trading Coach. Let me, that is probably one of the best that you could get.
There we go, looking good in XOM here. Let's see if it steps up here at 92s and we really start seeing a drive back. Boom, nice little lift there through the 92s. Now I want to see it lift up here and then come back and hold 92s. That's where I can get the add. So XOM looking well for us. This is the bottom right chart here. In the middle, you got Gush. That also looking interesting for me there. Bottom left, you got that EVFM that you guys are watching. Top left, we got gold, SPY in the middle, and SPY to the right here. 3 and a 5 I'm watching on the SPY. Let's go towards an hourly on that 3-minute one and keep the 5-minute also. SPY has a rejection, hard rejection from 392 on the hourly. We could take out the 388s and then really start coming back towards 383s. So just be careful out there. Definitely SPY still showing weakness. Psychology books.
Yeah, the one I just linked the Daily Trading Coach in the chat there. That's Brett Steenbarger's book. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, one of the things that I would say is when you're looking at psychology book recommendations is not only looking at trading books, right? Looking also at other books in psychology to help you manage a couple of things. Traders need high confidence. That's another thing that you can work on. I know that it might sound dumb to say that you need confidence, but you actually do need it. You need to have confidence in your own abilities to come in and day out and understanding that you're about probabilistic mentality versus focused on the results. I know that I say this often, but really ask yourself, am I being focused on the results of my trading, or am I being focused on the systematic approach and focused on the execution? Because I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of traders that finally do get around the emotional kind of upkeep of trading, and they don't get so dragged on every daily result, every trade by trade. Yeah, they'll be focused on their monthly P&L, but they're not going to be dragging themselves if they have a bad week or even a bad day.
Guys, this market is hard too. Don't get too down on yourself. Like this is super hard right now. And if we're making it look easy, hey, that's not what we're trying to do. That AGR pop that Tarpon is calling right now, you're exactly right. I just got stopped out at 263 trying to hit one of the breaks there and immediately just busted through it. I mean, it's crazy. It's hard. This job is not easy to do. It's just not easy. No. There's going to be frustration. Just got to power through it.
You know what I should be looking at? Maybe some lucid puts. You guys know I love shorting my lucid. What's going on out there, guys? Talk to me. Keep me alive. Let's go ahead and put on some tunes. I think we need some tunes. Day like today, we need some tunes. All right, let's get some tunes going here. All right, looking for another. XOM is just building sideways here. I'm not going to be going too crazy, jumping in with too much sizing too early. Just let the trade kind of work out, and then eventually I can add. All right, let's get these twos going here. Not looking too bad in that GLD. I'm actually liking that. That's probably going to turn into a swing trade on the day here as we continue to get on up there. If we can break through 19 again, I'm willing to even take another add into it and then start looking for the push, really. It's holding well there.
Charlie's squawking AMRX right now as a potential sympathy play to AGRX and EVFM. Try a little here at 351.
Mitch, do you back test XOM? I mean, I have with like Christopher Udall, but I haven't done it in a while. What do you see there, Mondo or MNDO? What do you see? SPY continuing down there after that turnaround there. Definitely turned it up there. WFC, man, we made some money on the downside there. Just holding the VWAP now. Could see a recovery of the VWAP, and then all of a sudden you get a little push back in the SPY. So just be careful out there with the financials. I'm starting to see them hold a little bit here sideways. Goldman Sachs also showing some bottoming out there. BAC, same thing. So I'm going to be looking to see if these can recover here and we start getting a big push. XLM looking better there. Now it just completed another third bottom here on the 3-minute. So I'm willing to see it get back above 92 and then look for the pullback to VWAP to add on the throwback. AMD is just getting shellacked, man. I know a lot of people thought, oh, 100 was AMD, perfect. Yeah. 100 was perfect. I should get AMD. Watch out, guys. There's some definitely some levels that it's breaking through right now. And if it gets through, let's say, around 8150s today, yeah, it's not chart not going to be looking that great. Look, it wants to come back down to next level support, which is 76.
Tarpon, the ticker that Charlie mentioned was AMRX. That's Alpha Mike Romeo X-Ray. Hasn't gone yet. And it did get a little bit of volume in there. So we're waiting to see if this can actually materialize here and get rolling. Mighty Soldiers, man, you are just absolutely destroying. You're 5-0 today. You are doing better than anyone on here. We need to get you on stat, bro. Stat. This is crazy. 5-0 this morning.
Big thing I would have to ask there is what's the kind of the profit to loss ratio there that you're going after? It seems like they're quick scalps, but I don't know. Mighty Trade Soldiers.
I'll let him answer for you. I don't know off the top of my head. I want to get him on, Mitch. We gotta get him on.
Yeah, I mean, anyone can come on if they want to. That's all they got to do. There's no holding back on here, guys. If you guys want to come on, you're more than welcome.
SPY definitely looks like it wants lower. Agree with you.
There it is. I thought that it's a 1-to-1, so I understand there. The quick scalps, it looks like you're taking there. It could not even be quick. It could be a couple minutes, I'm sure. But they're not doing bad at all, man. And what that shows me there is that you're on the high accuracy, right? And so if you're on the high accuracy side, then going for a 1-to-1 type of profit to loss ratio is actually going to probably benefit you, right? You got to look at what type of trader you are. Are you 80% accurate? Are you 60? Are you 40% accurate? To tell you the truth, a lot of the times I can be like about 40% accurate and still get into the green. So that just shows you that your trading could be completely different, guys. It's just all about understanding probability.
Eric, great call. Oh, sorry, Mitch. Eric, great call on AFib. I am Wissig somewhere who was saying that this was about to pop. He is fist pumping. We are popping here. Not in this, by the way. Not in this. Lord Ryan elbow pop. Don't get it. Don't get it. What am I missing, man?
Lord Mighty Soldier saying that win rate carries me 100%. Kind of what I was trying to allude to there. Got to know how you trade. He's saying 92%. So then a 1-to-1 would make sense there, right? Because if you could be 92% accurate with a 1-to-1, then he shouldn't even be looking at maybe 2-to-1 trades or 3-to-1 trades. He's just trying to get that first profit. To bam, in and out, in and out, in and out. And that can work for you if you can be high accurate. And 100% giving you the other side there too, where it can go wrong and where the trouble can play in is when you hold a loser too long there. So another thing that I'm sure Mighty has been developing is his own instinctual ticking time bomb, where he's like, it goes. Oh no, go. Boom, I'm out. That's probably the way that he's taking those trades. You see Ryan do that sometimes too. He'll be in, and sometimes he gets out a little early. It's okay. He's trying to build up that instinctualness on a quick action trade.
You're absolutely right, Mitch. And I'm also look at AGRX. Let me zoom in on this so it's easier for you folks to see. They in this candle right here, they popped this to the high of 280 and yanked it to the low of 252. We actually continued lower to 244 before we started to curl here. And this line, this kind of green yellowish line here, this is a 65 EMA. Now this is the 1 minute chart. It's not the 15-minute daily or weekly that Mighty suggested, but something's going on there. Andy, I need one of those 65 EMA shirts, bro. Really bad.
All right, as we get this rise through the 92s in XOM, what did I say? I was looking for a rise above this and then was going to try to get it on the pullback to the VWAP, right? So now we're getting that push above. It's 92.10s, 92.11s, looking for like 92.15, and then I'm going to throw out an order at the VWAP to add there on XOM. We'll see if we get the pullback add. And if it just keeps going in your direction, you can never be upset about taking a smaller position size and it going in your direction. You're just letting the trade work for you. And that's what we look for. There's the 15, 18s showing up, 92s. So let's go ahead. Let's put out an order to add here at 91.90s here. We'll see if we're able to get that add. I have VWAP at right now on the 15-minute at the 70s here. But if you go a little bit closer, like towards like that 3-minute, you can see 91.73. Okay, so we could put it down a little bit lower here. Could pull back a little bit lower. I have two different VWAPs on depending on my platform. So with that being said, let's go towards a 91.70. Let's go to 91.80s. We'll put it out there. Can't
SPY trying to bounce here.
Add, and we'll see if we get that add. Yeah, it looks like there's a GOLD also pushing up there, back above 19s here. We can take another small add there. This is going to turn into a bigger size swing trade for us here on GOLD. A shot here. Looking for a small little tick down towards 19 so I can keep on the same average. All right, going to look for a reversal in banks here. Going to go for BAC here. Just got the little bit of BAC there. Going to risk off the 32.95 mark here. Looking for the pullback in XOM. We got to 98 there. We did not get our add there on XOM. All right, SPY coming back there, BAC coming back there. I'm going to look to also see Gush get up through the VWAP. It's going to give us a good sign that we're getting that lift. I'm going to take a look also at Goldman Sachs here to see if that could recover. It's a similar chart as BAC. What do you think about the Rev? Said Mad Notes. We'll see what happens.
Don't think anything good about Revlon. I mean, look at this chart. We talked about this being heavy too. This thing is just can't get out of its own way. I think that trade is over, folks.
All right, BAC looking well here, guys. XOM holding, trying to get that ad. We'll see if we get that ad. That's down there towards 91.70. Goldman Sachs coming back there. That's a good sign there for us in the BAC trade in Goldman Sachs.
All right, Mitch, I got to get rolling. Got some other stuff here to do today. We are going to be back at this again tomorrow, are we not?
Of course we will, man. We'll be right here like always. So definitely stay tuned, guys. I'm going to keep going here for you guys. If you guys smash the like button, I need to see at minimum 300 likes for me to continue going to 11:30. If not, I can go wrap. I got stuff to prepare for, but I need you guys to let me know if you guys want to keep us on here. I'll see you next time, Ryan. Appreciate you sticking around, man. Have a good day.
Take care, my man.
All right, there he goes, Ryan. I'm continuing the trade here. It's continuing to look out there. Gold pulling on back here, looking to maybe get that ad there. Didn't get the ad so far. XOM, no ad. Probably not going to get it. It's already up there to 92.10s. It's okay. That's fine with me if it keeps going in the direction that we're looking to. BAC, we did get that one. I'm giving you guys the level here. The entry is 33 average here. Let's look to see if this can continue kind of pushing back towards VWAP and getting up there towards the 33.20s. We saw this pull on back here. Goldman Sachs is another one that I'm keeping a watch on. That's the bottom left here. We got into BAC. That's the middle top here. SPY on the right-hand side, hourly, showing us hourly support coming into play. Let's just see if this can really start ramping back here towards the VWAP, showing us a little bit of push back here. And we don't want to see it get down through the 38.30s here. Let's start seeing it try to change the trend here. We'll see what happens. How was that NIO trade here? Oh, man, that NIO short, that was probably a good idea there. That was right here. Look at that. Bam, that thing went right back down there. I was thinking about it. Same thing with like Baba and but we'll see what happens there. Definitely a turnaround there. Disney, did it hold it? Yeah, Disney's holding right now, trying to get back above 100. I do like that trade too, but I'm going to kind of stay off of taking another one. I have a couple of trades opened right now, but this doesn't look too bad. Disney holding well here. I'll kind of make the chart big here for us to kind of look at. These are really nice pattern in my eyes, especially on the 3, or if you want the 5 minute, probably make it even cleaner here for us. So you get up there towards a resistance, right? This was resistance. Then you get above and it becomes support here. Look how it comes back to that support there, 99.41 going to 99.42 here. And then you can start seeing, okay, so we've had multiple drives that fail every time we get back above here. So let's start drawing the rule of 3, right? And so we can draw a 1 attempt to break out, a 2 attempt to break, 1 attempt to break down. Then you get the next drive up. You're looking for the next resistance. So a down action move, up move to the resistance. You get that right here. Then you start getting that push right back down here. And so you could call this whole area kind of that resistance drive. Then you get another move down towards the support. Now you got that 2 move down. You could get another move back up into here, then start getting a little bit choppier, holding the VWAP. And so a lot of the times what you're going to see is stocks to kind of do from this down to up, back, right back down. Then it starts kind of determining, hey, what do I need on the supply and demand side to get me above this? And so a lot of times what we're looking for is holds coming back towards the support, or maybe even it just comes into VWAP here, and then you get that nice push back on out. So this happens often. And so that's why you got to use deeper time frames to kind of get around this. And you see on the 15 minute, you'll see this kind of clear here. And you can see here, okay, So boom, I can see that downside action. I can see the upside action. And now I'm looking to see if I can get that downside action to come in also into the name and then get that next level up move. That's the rule going into play there. And a lot of that is on the Elliott wave theory. And so we want to be kind of watching here. If you take a look at the hourly, you'll see it 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down, then 3 up. That's what we're looking for. But this could also get on through here, through the levels of 120 and kind of push here. You see that kind of bottoming action here around the 99.90s here. So it could reject here or it could go through. We're never going to have it a sure thing. One of the things that I like to do, if you're looking for breakouts to really show you if it's going to continue going through, you can use what they call a price envelope. What's a price envelope or a percentage envelope? So what you're looking for is a push above here about 1% from the breakout. And so that would be a move that gets us up above. Let's go ahead. Let's draw where that would be. And so from the breakout point, so you can draw like, let's say from like right about 118, 1% up would bring you to a level of right around here where you're up there towards 101.16. And then you'd be like, okay, this is a clear breakout. Of course, you're late to that move there, but then you're looking for pullbacks to kind of join the party and instead of trying to jump in too early on the breakout. That's just ways to attack kind of breakouts if you're seeing too many breakdowns. Second on Tesla. Let's take a look here. All right, 15-minute chart here. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look here as it's trying to recover. Let's go towards the hourly. Hourly, a lot of the times on Tesla is going to be looking good here. You can see here kind of bottoming action around the 726.44 level. So that's definitely a level to take a look at. Definitely getting some more volume in GOLD. I did get the ad right there on that last pullback here. So taking the last ad on gold, going to go ahead and stick to 1890s. Anything closes below that, we'll get out. And we're going to look for a big move in GOLD. But let's go ahead. Let's focus on this Tesla bottom action here. You can see here, at least on the 3-minute, you got closer towards around here, the 725s. Let's go to the 15 or the 5. There you guys can see the 5-minute, and you can see here more price action kind of holding those levels there. So let's go ahead. Let's pull it back here towards those levels at 725.50. Let's go to the 15 here. Now we want to see kind of, I would pull this up a little closer towards this bottom. We want to see anything close above this could get that reversal back towards the VWAP. Anything closes below this could keep down, getting that downside action right now. What do we got here on the longer term chart? You can take a look here on the hourly. We want to see that you kind of getting that push back above here. You could see how we pushed above this trend line, then started holding the pullbacks. That's a good look as long as you don't break back down through 710 today or in the next couple of days. If you can get a push back through 735 and 740, we could test back here towards 750. Let's see what happens here. Doesn't look too bad. We'll see if it can catch a bounce or not. GOLD still looking good here, guys. Did get that last ad here on that last recent dip here. So now we're all in the same area, know our defined bottom, and now are taking our bigger shot in GOLD after we saw the stock trying to break through these highs here and definitely failed up here. So let's see if we can get back up there and then take it out. So we want to see the stock close above here into 915s and 1920s to swing it into the next day. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed all that. Definitely smash up the like. Let me go ahead and check on the like department where we're at there because I want to keep us on here, but I need you guys to truly support us. That's really how we stay live. If not, I mean, we can get out of here early and then kind of cut a little bit of the time here. I stay a little bit extra just because I want to keep you guys going here. So do me the favor, smash that like. Only seeing 256. We need 44 more. If not, I'll probably be getting out of here in the next 2 minutes. You guys will have at least 20 minutes until Benzinga Live. But, of course, you guys can change that by hitting the like button and supporting the channel. DVN. Let's take a look at that one. All right, let's go to DVN here. Not looking too bad there. Can give you those pullback looks. A stock like this that had already made a big drive. Take a look at the hourly also to kind of catch those kind of pullbacks, right? And so one of the things that I always like to use is hourly because you could see here resistance coming into play around 60.20s Where has the support held? It's held on this resistance here. And so you can see multiple times we have wick down there, but no close below the 59.50 mark. That's where you're going to start seeing some signs that if it can hold that and keep closing above that, then you could see that reversal coming back on up through. Right now, it's kind of battling to try to get back above that. And I would say it's kind of more in a symmetrical triangle trying to battle here. And so this is kind of more the intraday look. But you, of course, are coming from this long pattern that you had that breakout. It doesn't look too bad when you take a look here on the 15-minute. You draw the prior resistance here, and you see if it's able to hold above here. And so you can see here you had a 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down, 3 up, 3 down, holding sideways, 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 then breaks above this, now holding that on pullbacks. And you could get a pullback eventually down to that 58.28. It doesn't look too bad right now. Definitely need to see this kind of continue. It had a strong day yesterday, so a pullback today is not a bad thing. It did hold the high here of Monday, which was 58.70, which is what you want to see. Now you just kind of have to close sideways here around the 59s. It doesn't look too bad right now, but definitely it's a little bit slower than some of the names because this already had a huge drive. We'll see what happens out there. How's XOM doing now? Did get up there towards 92.25s. We'll see if we can get back here towards the VWAP, and I can add. If not, we'll look for a move back above here. Gush is another one that we told you we were going to keep on watching. We wanted to see it reclaim VWAP. Just got back above that VWAP. Now kind of holding that on a pullback. Let's look for this to hold here no matter what. They're towards that 149.75 and look for that next leg up. And Gush, if that happens, you could see some oil names take off. All right, let's go towards some other ones. Hit the like, guys. Let's go. Grizzly knows. All right, let's take a look at NEM. NEM is the last one I'll take a look at. Then I'll take a look at the likes to see if we got enough there. Daily chart has this one kind of sideways, but a lot of bottoming action. Looking clear to me now. Definitely going to keep watch on this one. I like the name. Have been wanting to play it. I don't think I've ever actually traded this name, but I do like the name. It's one of the leader. It is the leader, at least in my eyes, in market cap and gold. So keep this one on watch. You can see that we went through the declining period where we started breaking down here, and you're drawing a trend line here to see if you can get out of this. And if you really wanted to take a look at it, you could see here how you kind of have that bottoming action. This is where we broke out of last time, right here. And so we've made that 100% retracement. We really want to see it close back above 65s. If we can get a close above 65, this is definitely going to be looking bullish. So let's see what happens the next couple of days in these gold stocks. 15-minute has a good bottoming action right now. Just would want to see it clear 64 on the upside and start pushing. All right, XOM back testing VWAP. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look here. Yeah, almost there. At least I have VWAP down there towards 91.75. You might have it a little bit slightly higher. I still haven't seen it exactly hit that yet. EGY. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad there. Kind of holding this is kind of the bullish pattern, a bearish pattern, something in between. So look at the 15-minute, and you'll see here it's holding what? 15-minute trend line here. Doesn't look too bad there. Nice pullbacks. It keeps holding that too. And so it doesn't look like a bad level to go off of when you see this pullback here towards 793s. Definitely needs to hold 8 now for my eyes and close back above 1840. All right, definitely smash it on up. Let me take a look here. What did we get? 290, guys. We need 10 more. If not, I'm going to go ahead and wrap on up. We've been definitely dropping at least in this. So want to go ahead and definitely keep going here. Monica, you could definitely reach out to us if you want to do some promotions. I will let you know. I gotta put you in a timeout there. I don't mind you doing promotions, and if you want to do some promotions, definitely go ahead and do so. But reach out to us beforehand, and we're more than happy to support a channel or anybody that's trying to get on up there. Maybe get some traffic or find some traders. So I'm putting you on the block right now, but like always, reach out to us, Mitch@Benzinga.com. If you want to sponsor the show, you're more than welcome. Or maybe you just want to at least get some information out there to retail traders. 10 minutes on the Qs looks choppy. Yeah, Qs look really bad there, guys. We'll see what happens there. AMD continuing to leak there, guys. So definitely AMD getting just killed today, guys. SPY trying to hold this 388.31s. That's the 15-minute kind of low here where you put in after the inverted hammer there. We're going to look for it to get back above that. That's 389.08. But if it doesn't do that and it cracks down and closes below here, you could see continued downside. Of course, never set free, Mitch. Mitch with the band hammer. That's one of the things that we got, at least. 4 more likes, says Tom. Let's go. What do we got? What do we got? Did we get it? Oh, we need one more, guys. One more. Come on, keep me going, guys. Boom! There it is, baby. There it is. I appreciate you guys. You know what you guys just did? Just drown me in those likes. Drown me in those likes. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I'm talking about. You guys supporting us as we support you guys. Like always, hit the subscribe and the bell so you can be notified the moment we go live. All right, guys, let's keep it going here. What else do we got going on? What do you guys see on out there? And is there anything that is a little bit of a rocket today? Is there a rocket? You guys let me know if you guys still see it. And if you're calling me Steph Curry, don't worry, I got that J too. All right, let's keep going. What's going on out there? What's a good entry price for a Tesla call option? Well, Tino, I'm not really a Tesla call option type of guy, but I'll take a look here at Tesla. I would want it to see it recover 726.50s. Right now, it's still just leaking out right now in my eyes. And it needed to hold that. It couldn't hold that. And you got the chance here with that kind of candle here for a reversal. It just couldn't close back above that. It actually closed below that on the next candle. And that's not what you wanted to see there. All right, definitely seeing a battle on out there. XOM now back there towards the VWAP there. Looks interesting there. We could add at that 91.70. I already missed it here, so we'll see what happens. 91.76 there. Let's see if we can get back into the 70s. I might take that shot there, but definitely also seeing GOLD starting to pressure my entries here. We did want to see a close below 1890s. A close below 1890s will get us on out, even though it's a short risk there. There's also short return there on the upside. We're talking about maybe, 30, 40 cents on the upside. Only want to risk about 10 cents like that on the downside. So we're definitely really close to 19. I think we're at like 19.05 there, 19.005. So don't want to see a close below 1890. If it ticks there, it's okay. But a close below that will definitely start getting me kind of worried about this, and it'll just become a swing that we get on out there. So it's okay to see the dip down. It's not okay to see closing below your levels. Elon might say something and it could go like a rocket. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's all about what you want to do. Sold calls on Tesla yesterday. Now I'm scared. Hey, you never know what happened. SQQQ, that ripping. Yeah, man, continuing to rise there. Doesn't look too bad. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look there. What stocks do you guys want to check on out there? I might have to play a little money since you guys hit that money. Definitely appreciate you guys hitting the like today. So let's go ahead. Let's play a little money. Pink Floyd life. I'm down. Let's get that. Let's get those copyrights up. Smash the like, guys, if you guys enjoyed hearing that money. Boom, 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 boom. Sound the alarm, guys. It's time. It's time. That money. Hourly pullback here at an AMC, and thinking about taking a shot. What do you guys think on out there? The AMC Dragon willing to take a shot here on AMC for at least a little bit of a day trade action. Let's see if we can get it back on up there. Seeing the bottoming action right here, getting right back above there. So I want to go ahead and see if the volume can come in. Volume not here for me to take a shot yet, but keeping an eye on it. Boom, boom, boom. Gold keeping me in there. I'm going to keep battling here in GLD. We're seeing the close get back above that 1990 or 1890s. It doesn't look too bad there. Just needs to recover. We'll see what happens there. NEM showing a little weakness. We want to see that recover also in gold. BTU, what's up with that? Just rejecting the VWAP one more time. Let's see if this can get back above VWAP and then start pushing up. How's the hood? The hood trading around 897, showing a little bit of weakness, but also holding the gains there. A lot of this came on the rumor that was not fulfilled there with FTX buyout. Jam on out, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Hit the like. Boom. All right. Keep it going, guys. We'll see what happens there. Hood turning around a little bit there. We'll see what happens on that one. AMC, did we get a little push? Not much right now. GME has really just been decoupling itself from AMC and looks really weak right now, guys. If you guys are looking for maybe potential longer-term puts, I actually like that look off of GME. Maybe you're calling that it can get down there towards the support. Support's at 115, around there. And then the level down here towards 95 looks interesting. All right, new low of the day for the SPY. Let's take a look there. Ooh, yeah, a little bit of a turnaround there. Looks like the DCB, the dead cat bounce, turning array a little bit today. Talked about in pre-market how I was looking at potentially pressuring the bulls and the bears today. I think that's exactly what we got out the gates. We got a big rip on up, sideways consolidation. The bulls, the bears were there like, oh, snap. Maybe this is just a rip on up and I'm missing the trade here, or I'm caught here. And then what happens here is the bulls also think maybe I took profits too early. I should be back in this. And then bam, right back down there. And then next thing you know, what happened? The bears are like, man, I shouldn't have got out of my short. Oh, man. And then what also happens to the bulls? Oh, crap. Now it's really turning around. Now I'm caught. Trade likes to hurt where it can hurt the most. This is why psychology is such a battle in trading. All right, so we'll see if this can come on back. SPY continuing to leak here. The Qs continuing to leak. AMD continuing to leak. NVIDIA continuing to leak. Let's take a look at the leadership. I'd always like to look at leadership. What is leadership? You can look at the SPY and you can just start looking at some of the biggest names, right? Seeing what's doing well there and what's not. And how's it being led? You can see Amazon down 3% today, now to 109. Definitely showing weakness. Tesla showing weakness. Apple showing weakness. Microsoft showing weakness. And when you have all these components down here on the day, that's going to drag the overall market. So definitely continue to watch this. We'll see how it happens. Healthcare is hanging on by a thread there, hanging on some of the names. XOM, I want to see it hold here. Any pullback to 91.44. We don't want to see that break. It did just break down on underneath the VWAP, so we could add here on the swing trade here. I'm going to take a look at it here to see if I can get a little add here towards 91.50s. See if we can get that here. Just want to see a little tick down into the 50s here, and then I can get an add here on XOM. There's a tick into the 50s. Have an order out here to go ahead and add a little bit here. Let me see if I can get the ad filled. I'll let you guys know if I do get it filled here. 91.54s. It's at 56. Just wanted to get a tick down into the 53s, 54s. Get the fill and then watch it pop back up. That's what I'm looking for at least. Boom. Right there. Just got a little bit of an ad there. Not looking too bad now. Just got that ad in XOM. I'm going to take a swing trade off of this. Let's take a look at a deeper time frame chart. Look at where the pullback could happen to. We want to at least make sure that the 9 EMA is holding here. That's the $91 price point. So definitely want to see 91 break down there. We got an average in XOM here closer to 91.69 now. So definitely going to keep an eye on it here. Let's see if it can catch the support around 91.44s and bounce up to the VWAP. Shorted BTC, man, you brave, my friend. Can't blame you on that, though. Can't really. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get to another song here. Let's get to a good song here. What else am I going to play on here? Let's do kind of change the mood up a little bit here. All right, we can jam. Who wants to jam with me? Let me know in the chat if you guys are willing to jam. All right, let's take a look at the overall sectors here. Energy leading us up, but only by 0.5. Actually, utilities is leading us up now. Communication service in the red. Real estate in the red. Defensive in the red. Financial services in the red also there. So just be careful there. Healthcare in the red. Industrials in the red. Basic materials also turning around today. Coal still staying in the green a little bit. So we'll see if that can turn around. Consumer cyclical and technology getting dragged the most here. So just be careful out there in those technology names. Let's jam. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Well, all right. We're jamming. Hey, hey. Jamming with you. We're jamming. Jamming. And I hope you like jamming too. All right, Chevron pulling on back there. We'll see if this can hold. The oil trade was looking really good earlier. Definitely seeing a decline coming in here now. We'll see if the 91 breaks for me and Exxon. And I just have to take the swing trade into a day trade and get on out. We'll see what happens there. The thing that jamming was a thing of the past. The jamming. All right, taking a look. Industrials coming on down there. We'll see if this can kind of hold here, but definitely seeing some weakness in the overall market. Definitely a lot of relative weakness today. SPY now down to 385. Continued leakage there. Sean and Jasmine, I hope you enjoy it. That's what it's about. Sometimes you just got to jam. Why is Lei holding so well? Good idea. I mean, if NIO is crashing so much, why is LI holding on, right? I mean, XPEV also. Those kind of lead it. A lot of the times, LI is the lagger of the three. How you can do that is put them all on top of each other. See which one lags, which one leads. Sometimes that helps. I wanna jam it with you. We're jamming. And jamming off your jamming too. Channels are much to try. Improve the hand is high. To keep them satisfied. True love I know exists is the love I can't resist. So And by my side. All right, I got you. I got you right here. Bringing in some tunes here. Didn't want to hit the mute button on there, but here you go. I got you. I see you in the chat. I got you. I got you a little Barrington Levy. I saw you. I saw you, Mad Notes. Shoot it up. Whoa.
Tell me to come. So she didn't have a daughter, she did have a son. She said the lift doesn't work, run up the stairs and come. And if we don't come, we cannot run along that run. So I grab a bunch of flows and that's not to run. They run down.
Oh, don't worry, Larry. I won't give up my day job.
She said, come and get your son, 'cause I don't want
You just got to have the vibe.
because you are old and I am young. Yes, while I'm young, yes, I wanna have some fun. Run me down.
The spy. You gonna catch the bid? We'll see what happens there.
I'm broad.
I'm broad. I'm broader than Broadway.
Yes, I'm broad.
So broad.
I'm broader than Broadway. When you go to Volcano, it's like a stage show. You have man that swing, DJ, and blow. Pull it down the radio.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us today. I hope you guys enjoyed the market. And like always, guys, keep on battling to improve your skills. And always, we'll be here to battle you through it. Like always, it's never going to always be green days. And one of the things to always keep in mind is this is not an easy game. This is a battle with the market. You're going to always be battling your insides. You're going to be battling your mentality, your strategies. The best thing to do is keep up with that journal and really keep up with it. Guys, I'm telling you, there's too many traders out there that could be profitable, but they aren't a lot of the times because they're not willing to put in the work. They're only willing to put in the work in the morning and not willing to put in the work in the afternoon to review your trades, to look at what's going on, to take that trading journal, look at your data, analyze, start being more in a quantitative state of mind, and you just might get into the green. All right, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Definitely smash up the like. We'll keep it going here like always on Benzinga. Up next, you got Benzinga Live with AB, and then stick around for, of course, Stock Market Movers. I got two great guests on today. Lance Roberts, you guys check him on out. I love Lance Roberts. He's going to talk to us. We'll get into some more inflation question. Hendrix joining the show. I'm out, but you guys have a great one. Take care.